I started doing photography as a kid. My parents had a little film camera that I used for a couple of years in elementary school. I guess it was middle school and like sixth grade. I played around with that a little bit, and then took me about 6 months on automatic to like get the courage to try to do manual before I started playing around with that. I have just one main camera. I'm a Canon person. I first started on a Canon E3i, but now I shoot on a Canon 6D Mark II. What is my favorite lens and why? I think my favorite lens is the one that's currently on my Canon 6D Mark II is a Canon EF lens. It's a 55. My favorite lens is a Canon EF lens. It's 50 millimeters at 1.8. Two tools that I use for post processing mostly, which are Adobe Lightroom and Adobe Photoshop. And the Lightroom I use is the Creative Cloud. I shoot a little bit of everything. I like to spice it up, and I go through seasons of what I shoot a lot. I think the three main for me are landscape, animals, and people, and probably a close fourth would be food. Kind of like the four that I do most, but landscape, animals, and people are definitely the top three. Whenever I go out to shoot anything, it's like, okay, what at this place, what story can I tell? Not in a single photograph, so I can just do a single standalone photo. Like if I just show you one photo of the time I went out to this place, or a series. Sometimes I have a full story that I want to tell when I'm out. Sometimes I'm just like, I'm gonna go to this place and see what story unfolds for me. Creek Farm. I go there a lot. It's one of my favorite places to go. And a new calf had been born. It's a working farm that would work like it would in the 1800s. And there was a baby calf born about less than an hour, I think 30 to 45 minutes before I got there. So the mom was trying to encourage it to walk and to nurse and to kind of get up and moving. And there's two shots that I got that day. One of the mom licking the baby, just kind of get some of the fluid off of it to help it stand. And then there's one of the baby, the calf starting to stand up, and there's 3 horses in the background. There's mom and baby, and then 3 black horses in the background, just hanging out, saying hi to the new guy. So those two currently are my favorites. It changes so frequently. Those though have some recent bias, which usually plays into what's my favorite currently. But it's also hard because I kind of like my children to create them. So it's always hard to say what is and what isn't a favorite. I think that's what photography means to me: memories and stories.